So, welcome back here to Andertons TV. I'm Pete.
And I'm Rabea.
Welcome back, Rabea. It's lovely to have you here.
Thank you very much for having me.
A little bit different to see some different faces. It doesn't happen that often.
Not
so
anymore.
Very, very nice. That was a nice intro jam there.
Certainly was. Had a nice little drum groove going on, some classic chord progressions.
Yeah, just like nice, reverby, big chords and some ambient stuff. Anyway, we're looking at some Jackson stuff today. New stuff from Jackson, and these are the Made in Japan series. MIJ.
Midge.
Which Mitch is...
Mijackson.
Oh, what?
Mijackson.
Mijackson.
Made in Japaxon.
Oh.
Sorry.
But anyway, so Jackson used to make some editions of the guitars back in the early 90s, I believe, in Japan. As we know, with the Fender stuff, the stuff that comes out of Japan is really sought after. It's
great,
And the build quality is always top notch. And if you find one of those guitars, there's not many in this. In Europe and stuff, so we're lucky to get them when we get. But anyway, Jackson has started making a whole range of guitars again in Japan.
Made in Japaxon.
Made in Japaxon.
Yeah.
Jackson in Japaxon. Japan. Now I get it.
Yeah.
Now I get it. It took a while. It's because the hair is growing so long that it's just
Lots of coffee
leaving
too.
Lots of coffee too. But so we've got 3 of them here today. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to show you on the screen some of the stuff that we don't have because there is quite a wide. They brought a lot of guitars out this year, Jackson.
They did.
And again, if you want to see on the other videos we've done on the Jackson, Charvel or the Gretsch stuff, please like, subscribe and hit the notification bell. Because if Miss Jackson was here, that's what she was going to ask you.
In the famous words of Aerosmith, if you don't want to miss a thing, make sure that you hit that subscribe notification bell.
Anyway, so I'm going to just take you through, put the ones that we don't have on the screen, and I'm just going to take you through it. So on the screen now, we'll blow out the screen and we'll put these images on screen. So what we've got now is a Jackson RRT Rhodes guitar here, which is a made in Japan version. Quarter-sawn maple through neck and all the good stuff. All the body, go-to tuners, all the love put in from Japan. Comes with a case, all of these comes with a case. Then there's a Dinky, a DKR, again, 5-ply quarter-sawn Wenge neck with a JB in 2 different colors there. And then you have got this cool looking sort of blue-ish Dinky as well series with a reverse headstock. There's a black and one with yellow pickups on it, which looks really cool. And of course, they all come with cases.
That's great.
So those are kind of the Jackson, the Made in Japan that's coming out now.
And we've got 3 of them here.
And we've got 3 of them here. So should we start with our good friend?
We should start with this one.
Let's do it.
So, some of you with eagle eyes and some of you that are fans of Periphery or Misha Mansoor, as it were, would recognise this guitar. This is the MJ series Misha Mansoor signature. So it's made in Japan. And if any of you have seen or follow him on Instagram, you may have seen he has a custom shop Jackson. And the story goes, apparently, he was sort of fantasizing at NAMM, I think it was, about the idea of having this really nice custom shop sort of S-type Jackson guitar. Or at least...
It's a Strat, just say it as it is. It's a Strat, isn't it? Because Fender owns, Jackson and...
You never know
Gretsch
where you stand with this. Do you say Strat? Do you say S-type? Do you say... You never know. Who knows? But anyway, so he was saying, look, I love this guitar, it'd be great. And apparently they just sent him it based off what he'd sort of spec. So it was a Daphne blue, relict, had a flame maple neck and fretboard, roasted and all that stuff, loaded with his signature barnacles. So, I think what happens on the internet, everyone went, oh my God, I need to have this guitar, it's amazing, need it in my life, need to plug it into Marshall. I don't know why I went Yorkshire on it, but anyway. So, they made one. They made a Made in Japan version of that guitar. And this is it, this is what I'm holding. So, where do I start? I think the first thing I'll start with is saying, it's got bare knuckles in it. It's got a bare knuckle Ragnarok in the bridge, and it's got Trilogy Suite in the middle and the neck position. You've got Goto 510 TS floating trem system and 510 locking tuners.
All the beautiful stuff.
So we're already talking about some seriously highbrow hardware before we've even talked about the guitars themselves. Highbrow. Tone, volume, 5-way treble switch, 5-way pickup switch, stainless steel frets, 22 frets on this.
Very vintage then.
Yeah, on this roasted maple neck and
Don't
fretboard.
they call it caramelized?
Oh, do they?
Yeah, they call it caramelized.
I mean, every company has it different.
Smell it though.
Tonally enhanced, baked. Oh, it smells. Oh, that just reminds me of Denny's. That reminds me of the Namsha every year, where you get Denny's and you get the maple syrup.
Yeah.
Oh, I miss it.
It is
Anyway,
great.
so it's a Daphne blue finish, older body. And in terms of like the guitar itself, I would say, you know, obviously it looks like a Strat, but in terms of playability, it isn't. You know, it's a very flat, modern feeling fretboard.
Yeah. How's the neck? Is it a
The neck is thin.
Yeah.
It's a C-shaped kind of vibe, but it's thin. It's, you know, like I play Strats all the time, as do you.
Yeah.
And the first thing I would say is that it doesn't play like a Strat. That's fine, because obviously it's not that kind of guitar. It just looks like one. What else would I say?
It doesn't sound like a Strat either, is it?
No.
Those pickups, it's not...
Yeah, before we get into the tones.
Before we get into the tones, it's...
These are his sort of favourite voiced pickups that you
Yeah.
might use Trilogy Suite single coils for his single coil tones, and that's his signature pickup, Ragnarok, which is a brutal pickup.
Yeah.
Like, it really is. I use one in my baritone, and it's just savage. I love the staggered tuners.
Yeah, that's a lovely thing to have.
But anyway, let's give you some tones real fast.
Have it.
So I'm 5153 6L6 version. I've got some UA pedals on the ground, and this is the clean tone. We'll start on the neck pickup. That's a
Sounds
nice.
lovely.
It's a nice position 4 sound,
Yeah.
but it's different to what I'm used to.
It's definitely different from a position 4 on a Strat.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's almost scooped more, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Right.
lovely. It sounds great.
Yeah,
in the
really.
EV, in the 5150.
Yeah.
3.
Middle position. Position 2. And then the Ragnarok humbucker. It's pokey.
It's good. It's good. It's good.
So let's
You
just...
can definitely hear it wants to go.
It wants to go
Yeah.
onto channel 3.
One note goes down, the other one goes up. And
Yeah.
then meet in the middle. I like that. Sounds really good.
It's a really nice sounding guitar.
Yeah. I mean, these are made in Japan, so the price is not cheap on them. I think at the moment
This
they
is 2,200-ish.
Yeah, something like that. But please look at the links below for pricing.
Can I make a comment?
Yeah, you can. You can say anything you like. You're friends with Misha. Let's see if he unfollows you on Instagram all of a sudden.
Tells me that I don't have competence. I think for 2,200 quid, you're paying for the hardware more than you're paying for the
I mean, there's a
non-hardware.
lot of stuff going into that guitar. The pickups are not cheap.
I mean,
Tune, Goto, all the stuff is not cheap.
if I was like put it this way, when I was a huge fan of Nuno Betancourt and I wanted that N4 guitar, that Relict N4, the Beast.
Oh, I love that, yeah.
And I saved up and I got one, and, you know, I got it and I looked at it and went, that's exactly the guitar that I see Nuno play, and I am so hyped on that. All I want to do is play Extreme. So, let's say that you feel like that about Misha. Many people do. And you're going to see that guitar, you're going to want to get that guitar. I feel like this isn't quite there.
No,
And I
then
don't...
you need to get a custom shop guitar. You know, you can order custom shop guitars like you can from Fender. You can do that from Jackson. It takes a while. Gretsch's got a custom shop. You know, they do build custom shop guitars. Like John Mayer was playing a Jackson with a reverse. I can't remember what it was. And they are not cheap. They're even more money. They're double the price. You know,
I just would have thought that for 2,200 quid or thereabouts, that you'd get at least nitro on it or something. But hey, look, it's just my opinion. I think in terms of playability and sound, it's fantastic.
Yeah. But there you go. Everybody's right to an opinion. Which leads us on to this guitar that I've got here. So this is the Dinky, and the model number is DKRA in a black ash finish. There's two different finishes of these. This one has got the ash top and the other one has got like a burl top. We'll put that on screen right now. So you've got like a 5-piece neck here. Again, just worth pointing out, these are the prototypes. They ship straight to us from America. So if you see a little stickers on them, wherever, that's just why we get little stickers on here. Nice contours, all in the mahogany body here. Lovely neck. Again, Goto hardware. So you got this Goto made in Japan trim system, a JB and a Jazz, a 5-way selector switch on this one.
Oh, so you have some outer coils and stuff.
It splits the outer coils and stuff, and a tone and a volume matching headstock as well, which looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
And a bit of binding. Binding.
The finish work on the body looks lovely, by the way, on the back.
It's really, they recess the stuff in, the two here. You know, some guitars you get the race, they just plonk the plate on there. This is really well done. I mean, that's what you do pay for when you buy something coming out of Japan. I've got a Japanese-made Strat. Yeah. The one with it's got gold hardware. I love that one. It's like the old...
the SRV vibe, isn't it?
Yeah. And it came in the shop and it's like a limited edition. There might be like 25 of them. I was like, I'll have that, you know.
And because you know it's made in Japan, you just assume, it's going to be great.
It just looks, and it feels good and it's set up really nicely. So, anyway, I am plugged into a 5153, like a
miniature version of that one.
A miniature version, yeah, because I can't handle the power. I can't handle it. I'm still trying to shred like a demon. So let's have some...
Pete told me earlier that he was practicing shred. I never thought I would hear those words coming from Pete's mouth. But
I've been practicing my legato.
I can die a happy man.
I find that because I feel like it's not only good for playing all the stuff that you play, but it's just good for your technique. Yeah. To get the legato, to get the left hand going.
Being nimble.
Now I just need this one to keep up with it, because this is just going. This one is going. What are you doing? Where are you going? Whoa. Let's have some tones, some clean tones. I don't have any reverb in the amp, so I'm just going to put a slew on with a slightly bit of reverb. Here is the neck pickup. Like, hey, Pete, play some blues on that reverse headstock guitar. Okay. It's very dry. So got the slow on there. So I'm going in the position 4 here, which I think splits it and brings in the middle coil. It's very sort of brittle kind of thing. I'm not really a fan of a split coil humbucker, man. But middle position. Position 2. Yeah, and then here's the bridge. Full humbucker, so it splits it. That's the thing. You got a Floyd Rose on it, but this is the Goto. But you get that wobble. You have to kind of know how to play that. But anyway, you don't want to hear this clean. Well, maybe you do. I don't know. It's more of a... So 5150. I'm just gonna put on the revival drive with like tons of gain on it. So. Sorry, that was a lot of gain. Here's the middle position. Position 4. Again, it gets that kind of. I think that's where you want to do like what you do, would be like use it for with the gain and the gainy amp, and then kind of back off the volume and put a bit of do it like that, you know.
I love watching people do a truss rod trem arm action.
It's like the whole arm is going, the whole body's going, and then it's like that. You turn into a rubber man. Here's the neck.
Do you know that combination's great though? JB and a jazz, like I see that in a lot of guitars.
Yeah, I think all the Charvels have them, and it's been there for a long time. They do sound great. I'm not personally a fan of the split situation. On the only one that does that right is for me the PRS.
So it's funny you say that because I kind of with my personal Chapman guitar, we're using a 5-way and 2 humbuckers. Did a similar thing because I was struggling, and I took the PRS inspiration.
Yeah.
And try to blend splits instead of just splits.
I figured recently that the mini humbuckers, not that we're going on a rant here on something else, but the mini humbuckers seem to split better than a full-size humbucker. Anyway, let's move on. We're not talking about this now. Let's talk about this Soloist. Play some solo on the Soloist.
This is the MJ Soloist SL2 Gloss Black. This reminds me of Kirk Hammett. This reminds me of his like ESP vibe back in the day, back in the Black album where we'd have the spider sticker on it or something like that.
The spider.
It just very much reminds me of that style of guitar. Appropriately, you know, we're into a really high gain amplifier. But before I get into the tones, because I realised I didn't tell you anything about the spec, it's a Soloist, gloss black.
Yeah.
It's got neck through, made in Japan, as you can see. Lovely like anodized aluminium recessed plates.
Lovely.
We've got pickups wise,
same.
JB and a jazz.
Yeah.
And we've got this Goto Japan
the same
version trem system.
Yeah.
And 3-way toggle switch, volume and tone, no splittage on this.
Yeah. Everybody fingerboard and all the body comes in a white as well. And all of these comes with like a foam hard case, you know, this kind of foamy hard case. It's just a classic looking.
Yeah, I was about to say, do you know what it reminds me of? It's like
machine.
The original Jackson vibes, because I've got a 94 Jackson Professional. Well, it's my dad's. He got in 1994 a Jackson Professional.
Yeah.
When they just started bringing out active pickups, EMG wasn't a thing. They were called reflex active pickups.
Okay.
It was HSS, had a Charles Floyd Rose. Very much just looked like this.
Yeah.
It just reminds me a lot of that guitar.
It's just a classic looking rock machine.
Do you know what's really funny about that particular guitar though?
No.
He was going to buy a Washburn N4 Nuno guitar and put it down and picked up the Jackson instead.
Really?
And when he told me that, I was like, anyway, so this is the guitar. Let's do some cleans. I got the golden reverberator and the Starlight Echo Station from Universal Audio on the ground.
Yeah.
Here we go. I should have mentioned its middle position first. And then bridge. You don't have any split. So.
No, but see this. I prefer it like that. I don't. For me, if I wanted a split situation, you know, then you would buy a guitar with some single coils on it, or if you want that kind of tone.
I agree.
It's
I wouldn't use a bridge humbucker for a clean tone, but I would absolutely use middle position and neck
Well,
for a clean
if you
tone.
dial, you know, I think people tend to forget about the tone control as well, and tone control and the volume at the same time. If you dial that back down and you're on the bridge pickup, it's not a bad clean sound.
Let's try it,
You
Pete.
know.
Let's try it. So this is volume and tone on full. Let's take them both down a little bit.
You
So-
almost get a split tone, doesn't
Yeah.
it? When you dial volume back on a I feel on a
Humbucker.
on a humbucker, you almost get that.
Yes, this is volume kind of halfway.
So
Yeah, it's nice.
you get that kind of nice. It's a great sounding guitar, man, and it's got all of the top specs. I mean, these are not cheap guitars.
No.
They are all around $2,000, under $2,000. But again, please check the links below because these are so new.
Let's see how it shreds.
Let's absolutely. Yes, man. Yes,
Sick.
man.
It plays good.
Yeah, it does.
It plays like butter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's you do pay for the craftsmanship and for
Yeah.
the way that the guitars are put together. And that's just if you want something that is top notch specs and built.
There's something
then this is what you
nice
want.
and tidy about just gloss black, ebony, just all black. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something I quite like about that, and I feel like it's a nostalgic thing. Like it reminds me of the old school metal.
It's like
guitars.
an old Strat that is from the '60s, and you get it in this color, but it's like a Strat,
Yeah.
and it's an original. There's that nostalgic in that kind of color.
Yeah,
So I just picked this up because I just wanted to feel what it felt like. Yeah, it is a flat. It feels really nice, man. It's lovely. And that flat neck there. But anyway, that's it.
That is it.
If you are watching this today on the day of release, please just check our social medias, Andertons social media, Facebook and YouTube. They'll take over social media accounts and answer questions you might have on these new Made in Japan series or any other series for that matter. There'll be people talking about the process of building stuff, hopefully, and we'll work that out as it goes along. But anyway, jump over there and have a look. And thank you very much, Rabea, for shredding. I love it.
Shred-tastic.
It is brilliant.
Thank you, Pete.
Yeah, we will. Please like and subscribe, and we will see you in the next video.
Peace out. A-Town down.